We're delighted to bring you a short Christmas message from Scott Bailey to thank you for being a part of our 2025 journey and to take a moment to reflect on the past year's events.
We've continued to deliver expert legal advice to our clients far and wide, and as a team, we've grown in size, taken part in some wonderful community events, and celebrated some exciting achievements. If you sit back comfortably, we'll tell you the story of Scott Bailey's last year.
Once upon a frosty December day in the heart of the New Forest, the team at Scott Bailey gathered to look back on another remarkable year. And like any good Christmas stories, this one begins in a place where community matters, people come together, and the lights on Lymington and Lyndhurst in particular glow just a little brighter.
The Scott Bailey team ventured far and wide across the forest and the sea. On the land, we proudly sponsored the North Ring at the annual New Forest Show, and in the sea, we sponsored the Lymington Town Sailing Club, West Mark and the Baverstock Bobbing about in Lymington waters.
We took part in many social events close to our hearts, from the Solent Music Festival to sponsoring the St Barb charity auction. I walked 26 miles with my colleague Catherine, raising money for Oakhaven Hospice, and we entered a brilliant team in the Oakhaven Battle of the Businesses pub quiz too.
We entered a team in Pilewell Park's Cricket Super Sixes, the Rathbones Charity Netball Tournament, and the Quantumah Halloween pub quiz too. We also sponsored and took part in the Pass the Pedal event, and were somehow spotted on TV twice in 1 week. At the start of December, we sponsored the annual Oakhaven Santa Dash, with 7 Scott Bailey runners dashing through the rain.
We enjoyed many a Women in Business event, including a festive wreath-making masterclass over mince pies and mulled wine, and this year we launched our very first New Forest Professionals networking event at Stanwell House. And as the season of giving goodwill and gathering together began, we were delighted to headline sponsor the annual New Forest Brilliance in Business Awards.
Back at the offices, life was no less lively. Members of the team began new qualifications, including Silex, STEP, Notary Public Training and Mediation Training. And as we continued to grow, we brought our business support services in-house, with Lynn, Caroline and Simon joining the management team.
James Burford marked an incredible 25 years with Scott Bailey, while Holly, Joe and Benjamin began their solicitor apprenticeships. As I said, did you actually hear me say James Burford?
Best day ever.
James Burford marked an incredible 25 years with Scott Bailey, while Holly, Joe and Benjamin began their solicitor apprenticeships. And of course, Dan and I were promoted to associate partners this November.
We were honoured to be shortlisted for the Best Place to Work, SME Business of the Year and Financial and Professional Services Company of the Year at the 2025 Hampshire Business Awards.
And even more honoured to win the Financial and Professional Services Company of the Year award, a hugely proud moment for the whole firm.
Back in the office, things were as joyful as ever. We celebrated 10 new members joining us this year, bringing us to a team of over 50. There were Easter egg and spoon races, garden parties, and the Scott Bailey Easter Bunny was even spotted hopping down Lymington High Street.
We invited close clients and friends to our autumn bash, and finally, as the snow settles softly over the New Forest, our famous advent calendar window display returned for the Lymington Christmas lights switch on.
And so, as every good Christmas story does, ours ends with gratitude, warmth and hope for the year ahead. We want to say a heartfelt thank you to everyone who has been a part of the Scott Bailey journey this year.
And from all of us at Scott Bailey, we wish you a very Merry Christmas
and a Happy New Year.